Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video here at Tablemon. Thanks so much for tuning in. We're going to be playing with Arceus and Giratina combined once again, but this time around we are going to be playing Flying Pikachu VMAX with them too. Now the reasoning between Flying Pikachu VMAX is that early on the Max Balloon attack can actually slow down a little bit the current Lost Box decks that we have been seeing a ton of. Of course it doesn't slow down Sableye, and Sableye can place damage counters on the Flying Pikachu VMAX. However, all the other attackers cannot attack it. Of course, they usually do play for escape ropes, but if at any point they don't have the escape rope, then that's a lost turn that they have. And also, of course, Flying Pikachu VMAX is a much more efficient attacker against Palkia V-Star than Giratina is, purely based off the fact that Giratina has to Lost Stone 2 of the energies attached to any of your Pokemon. Could be its own, could be energy from the bench, but that loss could potentially mean you don't get back-to-back attacks sometimes, or you don't get to power up a backup attacker, whereas having Flying Pikachu VMAX on the bench means, or attacking means you can just continue attacking and applying pressure whilst powering up something on the bench. So that's the sort of reasoning behind why I've been playing with a 2-2 along with a 2-2 line of Giratina. And of course we have our good old Arceus V-Star with Starburst allowing us to search for anything we want, Triginova attacking and powering up our Pokemon, the Giratinas and the Flying Pikachu VMAXs. And we have Bibarel cut down to a 1-1 line, unfortunately, as you do have to make space for everything in the deck, including Flying Pikachu and the Giratina and whatnot. So it's down to a 1-1 backup option, but we still have the Crobat and the Luminion for support, along with the Pumpkaboo, to remove any potential path to picks that our opponent might have played to slow us down, and then we get to play our own. For Marnie to research and one right hand, so pretty standard from the world's list, and then we have Quick Ball, Ultra Ball, and Incense to be able to search for the Pokemon that we need at the right time. A bunch of energy so that we don't miss the turn 1 attachment. We will have to be very careful with the attachments, as we do have 3 Grass, 3 Psychic, and 3 Lightning, along with like 1 copy of Capture Energy for that little bit of extra consistency, and the 4 double turbo so that in case we go second, we have the highest chance of being able to use Trinity Charge if possible. That's the deck list. Let's jump into the ladder after this quick message from our sponsors. If you're planning on buying any cards from TCG Player, make sure you use our affiliate link right here in the description of our video to help support the channel. It's the best way to do it, and it's free. Looking for PTGO codes? Potown Store has all the latest sets and promos, instantly delivered to your email. You can use Tablemon code when checking out for 5% off. Card Market is Europe's largest online marketplace for Pokemon cards. Whether you're looking for sealed product or singles, vintage or the latest sets, just follow the link in the description to find what you need. This video is sponsored by the Pokemon TCG deck building website PokemonCard.io. Alright, we're going second and with one of the worst starters in the deck. So that is slightly less than ideal. My opponent does start a Metaphy, however. The bucket basically confirms we're up against either Kyurem or Palkia. There's the Palkia. There's the attachment and just a pass. Alright, well, guess I'm definitely playing Marnie this turn. The deck really wants me to play Marnie. It gave me 3 out of 4 of them into my starting hand. Oh boy. Well, this is certainly not ideal. So I'm wondering, do I Ultra Ball for Crobat? Or do I grab Arceus and assume / expect that my Luminion will be going down next turn, and that means I get to right hand? I'm honestly not sure what the best plan is at this stage. I think it might just be to grab the Arceus. The Crobat just seems a little too random. Now, there's no guarantee of an Ultra Ball, a Quick Ball, or an Arceus. Sure. Just grab the Arceus. Hopefully my opponent doesn't just... If my opponent just goes boss attack into Arceus, that's when I'll just concede. Yeah. Alright. Okay, Irida means no boss. At least that's something. Luminion probably going down, no matter what. Okay, so Palkia apparently not playing 70 HP Sobble. To help in the Lost Box matchup. I don't fault them for it at all. Alright, as long as they manage to fill up their bench, then we can get the attack going. Alright. Doesn't seem like they're going to be able to knock me out, though. They are... Yep. Okay. Okay, top deck research. Oh, what? I really need to do that more often, don't I? What the heck was that? How does that even work? Never. What? That what the heck? Okay. I think the boss is the card to discard here. What the? That was something. Okay. So I do have to keep in mind I have no Raihan available to me. Oh, come on. Well, I was asking for too much, wasn't I? Oof. Okay. I guess I'll establish another Flying Pika. Gosh, what is this? Oh. I mean, I guess I had to compensate somehow for that magical. That. Palkia Cross Switcher. Bye bye Arceus. Oh, bye bye Pikachu. Okay, let's try this again. Top deck Arceus V-Star or Ultra Ball or Incense. Yeah. Worked last time. Let's manifest. Let's manifest that V-Star right here, right now. I really don't understand why my opponent went after the Pikachu. Alright, because then with that, I can go boss KO. No, you're not. You are in fact not the card I wanted. Right, can I finally get the silly? Oh my god. What even is this? Jeez. Okay, deck. Okay. Yeah, that quick shooting seals my fate on the Luminion. I have no way to get that out, so I'm just gonna go ahead and concede on to next. Alright, we won the coin flip. We do give out a mulligan, but not the end of the world, right? We get to start Arceus, yet no energy. So hoping the Crobat's not priced. Hopefully drawing with the Crobat will net us the energy, or I can just top deck the energy. That works too. Okay, so we do see a Metaphy. Go ahead and bench that. I really don't think I'll be using 2 Giratina V-Stars, but I also could be wrong. However, Since we don't know what we're up against, I definitely need to establish Crobat here to get myself better cards for next turn. So I think I'm just going to have to grow it for 3. I might need the Pokeball to counter a Path to a Peak. I might need the Quick Ball for a Luminion, right, next turn. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Absolutely, that is really good. I will absolutely take that. Okay, Raw Battle VIP Pass. And it's Palkia, not a Lost Box. Okay. It is good to note. If for some reason my opponent benches a Crobat, that would be ideal because that would allow me to pressure and take 2 prizes. That would be fantastic. So the worst thing about playing 1/1 Bibarel, and it's not necessarily the fact that that you play a 1/1 line and you're susceptible to prize cards, because that's a 1 in 10 chance, so you can live with that. But the worst thing is that you set it up less often simply because you will draw the Bidoof naturally way less than if you played at the 2. So that's the big thing for me, at least. All right. So there's a water. And we see a pass. Okay. Right hand in hand can also actually be pretty good. Eventually. All right. So I reckon I have enough bosses orders to where my win condition can become KO Metaphy, power up the Giratina, and or a Pikachu, and get a knockout that way. Definitely don't need the Pumpkaboo anymore, so that's good. That means I can keep the Raihan available as well. So I could establish the Bidoof. And then off of the Starbirth, I could grab... I do have all 4 bosses orders. I do want to keep the Raihan available though, so I could grab Marnie. Marnie plus Path is enticing, but also not ideal. I think it's Marnie plus Flychu. I really think it's Marnie plus Flychu at this stage off of the Starbirth. Especially because my opponent has a pretty big hand. The Flychu is pretty good right here. I'm not looking for any sort of energy attachment or anything else. And gets me closer to the bosses and potentially gives me access to our little friend. All right, and that's exactly what I get. Bosses orders as follow-ups and energy for the Flychu, although I have no way to get anything else right here. Which I might not need anything else. So I'm kind of liking playing down the path at this stage to stop Radiant Greninja and stop a potential V-Star from Palkia. Alright, so I'm gonna go 2 Psychics. Actually, no, 1 of each, I think is the way to go. Okay, I need to read Psychic to the Giratina. Yes. Grass to the Giratina. See, now they showed up in the order that I picked them, right? Whereas Mirage Gate puts them in a weird order. Alright, that price could potentially be good. We'll see. We shall see. Alright, I'm gonna see a bucket. And if it's just an attack into the Arceus, that's fairly okay. It's actually a boss onto the Flychu, alright. Not ideal, but I still get the one shot, so that's completely okay. Then under path, my opponent powering up is less likely. I can get rid of the double turbo to make sure that Giratina is attacking next turn. And I certainly don't need to Marnie away my opponent's not so great hand before the prizes. And we also have the boss orders to chase down any sort of Palkia that comes up. So we have the double turbo also to retreat in case that's what we need to do. So we're pretty much set. Yeah, we are pretty much set. I would love to have Bibarel for backup, in case I get Roxanne here, but my opponent promoting the Subwall is a pretty big tell that their hand's not ideal, and they might not be able to attack this turn. I'd be very surprised if they manage to pull off like Counter Stadium, V-Star, Cross Switcher into the Crobat whilst benching another Palkia and powering that up. And then that would require me to bench another V, right? Or afterwards I would KO, and then the turn after they would require a Echoing Horn plus another Cross Switcher plus another Palkia V-Star powered up. That feels like a really big ask for Palkia at this stage. Yeah. And the Melody, I guess that will potentially help. But if my opponent doesn't attack me this turn, then going boss on the Palkia will effectively end the game at that point immediately. Do you see the attachment? Maybe they do have it. But if they don't bench on our Palkia, then at the very least, then it's definitely game over. All right. Okay, so they simply pass, so they'll probably end up conceding after they see this pause. The game's not over just yet after that, so I will continue to do the quick ball at the release, establish, and thin other stuff, but my opponent does concede as expected. So yeah, this deck, go first, have Arceus with an energy and get your turn to Arceus. You have an answer to a lot of stuff. You whiff like in the first game and it's gonna be pretty rough. And it was really funny how I got very excited about I want to top deck research, and it actually happened, but then out of the next, what was it, 7-card research plus 5-card Marnie, I think there was no Arceus or Arceus V-Star out. That's the peculiar thing, right? That might have helped. That might have allowed me to get into the game and maybe play to this scenario where my opponent didn't have a third Palkia V-Star powered up. But unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. Thanks so much. Let me know your thoughts about this deck. Thanks so much to all the support that the channel has been receiving. I hope you give the sponsors some love as well. It really helps out. TCG Player, buying your cards on TCG Player, just following my link. Yeah, get your cards into your cart, close that browser, open a new one following the link in the description of all my videos, check out, and you immediately supported the channel. Yeah, just by that action, you immediately support the channel. So that really helps out. Using my code @POTDOWN, visiting Card Market, visiting Dragon Shield, which is our sponsor. Thanks so much to everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.